Hey everyone, Case Hits Collectibles back at you with another Market Watch video. This one, we're going to be discussing Lorcana. Yes, that's correct. Disney Lorcana, because I think there's been a lot going on in this space that people have been sleeping on. This is one of those games that were kind of for the first few sets that it came out. Ton of hype in the pre-release, the beta alpha type product that was coming out on eBay, where you could buy the special Mickey cards and such. Huge surge right there. Right off the bat, the first two sets or so, tons of players, events selling out, tons of hype and excitement about this product. Well, then there was pretty much a lull. I don't have all the set details of when the lull started, but there was a lull for a while there. And now I wanted to bring it to your attention that we're seeing single cards sellings in the five figures, tens of thousands of dollars for PSA 10 graded, Buzz Lightyears and Mickey's Mouses and Minnie Mouses. And so there's just a surge, Meredith, right, of interest in the singles. Money is coming into this product from somewhere. Maybe they're leaving games like, I don't know, Flesh and Blood and Sorcery, and they're floating into the One Piece, Pokemon, Lorcana, Riftbound. Maybe money's leaving Riftbound as well. Those box prices going down, but I'm looking at these and I wanted to highlight some of it, but this is absolutely insane. Wilds Unknown boxes, $220. You've got Attack of the Vines pre-sale. I don't know about pre-sale. I feel like you can probably wait and get most of these boxes for like 115 to 120 if you just wait a little bit. But if you go through here and you look at like what's actually happening with these booster box prices, the Fabled booster box, guys, $600. This is a newer set. There's the Mickey and Minnie collab artwork. They're selling for the five figures. You got the new iconic rares, which we'll look at when we look at the singles. Some of the Enchanteds are selling really well. So what's happening is these box prices have kind of been off the radar for most, I guess, collectors, investors, speculators. And they're just sitting on the market, going down in price as more and more get listed and less sales happen and people keep trying to undercut each other. And then all of a sudden, there's this interest and this surge on the prices of the single chase hits in these case hits. And those prices surging are going to be dragging up the booster boxes because people are going to be purchasing the booster boxes. And I'm going to go into the details on that in just a second. Let's go over here to the single cards. Looking at the single cards, you'll see what I'm talking about. Out of stock, but this new iconic rare coming out here, Wilds Unknown and Fabled, $10,000. Like, don't take my word for it. Go on eBay yourself. Look at what PSA 10 graded cards are coming for the Buzz Lightyear, the Mickey Mouse Brave Little Prince, Minnie Mouse Sweetheart Princess, and Merida Formidable Archer. Go look yourself on eBay. There are many selling for over $10,000. People are buying them raw for 4, 5, 6,000 and then just getting them graded. Right now, you can't even get things graded at PSA unless you're going to pay a huge premium. Now, it's probably worth it on a $10,000 card, but still. And then I come down here just a little bit. You got cards like Elsa, Moana, Let It Go, Simba, Elsa, Winnie the Pooh, Ariel. And a lot of these, if you look, Whispers in the Well, Winter Spell, right? Not so much the Lorcana promo cards I'm interested in, but if I were to look at some of these, another Winter Spell here with Pocahontas, Whispers in the Well, what I'm pointing out here is that some of the newer sets, even Fabled right here, Wilds Unknown, Winter Spell again over here with Elsa, like these newer sets are starting to have some of the absolute top high-end goated products for singles selling. So it is getting wild out there, folks. Just look at some of this information for yourself. Let's see, we've got sales here for $3,000 raw. So mini sales at $3,000 raw for the Buzz Lightyear. Go look at the PSA 10s. It's way up there. Let's pull up maybe Elsa or something from, let's see here, not the first chapter. Here's Pocahontas even, probably going down, but let's see. Oh, no, Pocahontas even. This is, not one of the most popular types of characters in the Disney world, but look at that. This is the brand new Winter Spell, not brand new, but, Winter Spell set. We got mini sales from $700 to $1,000 already. So this card and the raw price is going up even for just Pocahontas, right? From the Fabled set, Winnie the Pooh. Look at the price charts. Every one of these charts, guys. Look at this bottom left, top right. Not very many listings. These are very rare cards, hard to get. Even the Alien is seeing a surge, right? The Alien is seeing a surge. I mean, it's just the Alien. Let's go down here. Let's see. Elsa, Ice Artisan. This is the Enchanted from Winter Spell. Again, not very many listings. There's just, I mean, 15 sold. There's just not enough listings, guys, to make these go. There's current quantity available is 5. Average daily sales, let's just call it 1. So it just, I mean, what are we getting? This one obviously is a little bit higher price here, but there's 3 that are probably going to sell in the next week or two between $650 and $750. So what does that do to the box prices, right? That's what we care about. Winter Spell. Come down here to Winter Spell. If we look at the last 6 months, right? So since January here, started out 152, dipped all the way down into the low 100s. And then now we are on sort of that uptick. Right now, this is honestly, this is probably one of those products where this is your last chance, so to speak, to get in near the bottom pricing here. I think that anything that's like around MSRP, I'm guessing MSRP is probably around 120 bucks. Anything 24 boosters, probably $5 a booster. Yeah, probably around 120 bucks. Anything that's around this MSRP level, I think, there's not going to be many times that you can get into these types of products. I don't think at this level. I see most of the trajectory on all this product going up, up, up. We just pointed out 2 or 3 cards that are in Winter Spell that are already starting to breach $1,000, and it won't take long for people to catch on and be like, I can probably pull that. And then if I go down to a little bit more data, there's 76 current listings. Okay, so 76 currently available. Average daily sales, it says 14. So if I'm just looking here these weeks, it's like 173 that week, 87 that week, 58 that week. So yeah, I would say 10 is probably closer to the average because you had this big spike here that runs that up. So if we're doing an average of 10 sold, we have a current quantity of 76. Let's just assume a few boxes get put on a day. I would imagine we're only 2 or 3 weeks from anything that's under, say, 130 to 150 probably drying up. I mean, if I go to the second page here, we're starting to hit the 140s. So that's it. So from here on down, right, we're above that 180 level, and that's just a whole new world, right? No pun intended. So that's 14 boxes of that 78 that are kind of like, again, 180 is a big deal. You start popping into those numbers, and I don't think that the competitiveness on this pricing is going to last much longer. That's the worst case. This is the worst set I'm looking at. Now let's go look at some of these other sets. Wilds of the Unknown is very much just like what we just looked at Winter Spell, correct? The 150 mark, they never got down there, and then boom, they get to the low 100s, just like Winter Spell we just saw, right? Winter Spell is right here in that point of the low 100s. Okay. Now look what happens here. Massive sales, 130, 150, 249, 130. Huge sale volume going on here. Current listed quantities only 43, guys. Average daily sold 28. I mean, again, you could probably drop that down to 20, 15 to 20, but even then you're looking at currently 4 to 5 days of quantity left. So let's give that another 2 weeks, and where are those prices going to go? Who knows? Because there's always that gap, right? There's always that gap when there's competitive pricing at 225. And then there's the listers who don't care because they're going to wait for the prices to come up to their price point. And look, all of a sudden, 270, 280, 260, right? So the window to get this even at 225 is probably closing pretty quick. I would imagine within a week or two, you're not even going to see 225 on this stuff. Some of this stuff, I mean, this is just moving. This is, again, this is set 12. This was set 11. Let's go ahead and look over here to some of the other sets here. Let's go back to the Fabled set real quick. Where was that? Right here, 600. I gotta go a little higher, don't I? It's crazy how high you gotta scroll. We're at 750 for the Fabled set. This is set number 9. So only 2 sets away from where Winter Spell is. This one, introducing kind of like the iconic stuff. But look, guys, look at the price charts. Oh my gosh, there's 14 left available. Average daily sales 4. The demand cannot even keep up with supply, and when that happens, you get a chart that looks like that, folks. We've got a $750 box. Now, it's probably last sold is probably like 600. Nope, never mind. I'm wrong. Somebody has actually cracked that bubble right there. They have purchased at 750 and 700. So people are still buying this product and opening it. Yeah, I mean, what else can we really say? They're there. They are there. So we've seen we're set 10. Let's see where refresh. My start dropped. Okay. I got an page. Anyway, I was trying to find another set for you guys so we can go through the singles here. So yeah, we do have to go to the next page, right? Let's go here. Floodborn booster, set 2, Rise of the Floodborn. 150, but even then, we can probably go to the year chart on this. you know, it's trying to rebound from the 120. So we see the 120 to 150. If you bought 10 boxes at 120 and you sold them 10 boxes at 150, you got a hefty little profit there. But you know, these older boxes, I'm not so convinced on, because I feel like established kind of with the Fabled set and beyond, these new iconic rares seem to just be popping off. And so there's this interest in the modern sort of era over Lorcana going on right now. So just anyway, I don't know. I don't think you should be sleeping on stuff like Winter Spell. I think people slept on it a long time. Kudos to all of those YouTube channels and such that stuck with Lorcana through its hard times and believed in it, and kept purchasing product and stacking it like they do with, you know, One Piece and Pokemon. And you know, hopefully you're going to get your just rewards. And yeah, that's got to be pretty exciting for them. And then just to see the single prices are really popping off, guys. You got to go on eBay, check it out. This wasn't the video for that. There's other people that make great videos going through all the eBay sales, but just again, even stuff like this is just selling. And if it's selling and there's not very many left, price is going to keep driving up the singles, and then that drives up the booster box prices as people want to chase these hits because they can't afford the $1,000, so they want to try to gamble. Anyway, thank you guys so much, Case Hits. Let us know what you think in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.